Good morning, everyone. How is everybody today? My name is Red Moon Eagle, and you are watching Daily Devotions with Red Moon Eagle. I'd love it if you hit the subscribe and the little bell icon in your drop down from your subscribe button. It would be wonderful to have you join me Monday through Friday. Get notifications. Join me with Daily Devotions. Something that I thought I would just let you know is that today is a banked video. Normally I am live most days, Monday through Friday, but I do bank some. I record some in advance just so that if I have an off day or I'm on vacation or something happens and I can't join you live, you still get a new video Monday through Friday. If you don't like this one, that's okay. You can go back. There's 365 days of them or more. Actually, there are more, or quite a few more. I've been doing this now for more than 5 years, and I've had huge chunks of time that I've not done daily devotions, where I've been less than consistent. So there's still a lot out there. The other thing is that you will notice in past daily devotions, I've used different oracle cards. Right now, for the banked videos, I'm using the Egyptian Gods Oracle, the Animal Spirit Guidebook, and the Mystic Shaman Oracle. These are the 3 cards that I'm going with right now for the banked videos. I'm not sure when this is going to show up, so I don't know what tide of the year we're in. I don't know what day it is. I don't know what time it is. So just sit back and get your journal out if you want to, write notes down. There are a few of my students who are working through that program. So if you are working through the journaling program, I encourage you to write the card name down and write down keywords that resonate for you. And if you want to, you can stop the video after you've done that and then come back and listen to the rest of it after you've done your journaling. Okay, so the first card from the Egyptian God Oracle is Khnum, resourcefulness. Khnum, he is often represented with a human body and the head of a ram. He is considered the divine maker of pots. He gives life to his creations by modeling them on the lathe with clay from the Nile. He also shaped the egg of creation. He is a deity associated with male fertility and procreative potency, fire, inherent in the symbol of the ram. In breathing new life into things, Khnum is seen as a health giver. New positive beginnings or the birth of something powerful and inspiring in your life lie on the horizon for you, such as the creation and production of new things. Action and resourcefulness under the influence of Khnum are bearers of fruits. I love that. Okay. Animal Spirit Guidebook. The Peacock. Inner beauty, compassion, assimilator of things. The beauty of the peacock is unrivaled. It's easy to think it comes from the plumage, but the secret of the peacock is that the beauty resides within and extends outward indefinitely. This adept creature can assimilate or digest all experiences in life. So it does not harbor resentment, conflict, or past pain within its psyche. The peacock type is extremely rare. Not many of us have reached this advanced level of acceptance of self and others. When in balance, confident and kind. When out of balance, can't digest situations. To bring into balance, meditation on the navel. Interestingly enough, the bright, beautiful peacock, I believe, is the male peacock. I feel like female peacocks are brown. You would have to check that for me. I don't remember. But I thought it was interesting because I know Khnum is a male deity. And the peacock, if I remember correctly, are male. The brightly plumaged ones. The adept creature can assimilate or digest all experiences so it does not harbor resentment, conflict, or past pain within its psyche. The beauty of the peacock resides within and it extends outward indefinitely. I love that. Okay. And then Mystic Shaman Oracle. This is Taming the Wind. Here the feather, a symbol that is used in clearing ceremonies for smudging, reminds you of the sacred commitment you make to your life. This is a symbol of consciously bringing the spiritual into the material, infusing the world with reverence and acknowledgement of the higher planes of existence that influence and animate all life. The feather is a symbolic reminder of deliberately entering into a partnership with Great Spirit. Excuse me. The feather is a symbolic reminder of deliberately entering into a partnership with Great Spirit to co-create for the highest good of all. The invitation. The invitation is to clear your energy, to be present and become conscious of how you communicate. This is a good time to write in a journal and put your thoughts into a cohesive form. Perhaps you need to actually do smudging or a smudging ceremony in your home or office, creating a sacred space to write about your dreams and desires. Just remember that when Taming the Wind appears as a symbol, it is time to honor the Great Spirit with reverence and respect. The medicine. It's time to clean up any misunderstandings with others, clear the air after disagreements, and allow others to share their side of things. You are called now to be a good listener. It is not time to be right. It's a time for you to understand rather than be understood. Good things come out of this restraint of tongue and pen. You will be surprised about how things get resolved when you allow for all sides to have value. Okay, this is the feather, a symbol of consciously bringing spiritual into the material, infusing the world with reverence and acknowledgement of the higher planes of existence, and influencing that influence and animate all life. Okay. So, we have Khnum. Khnum, which is, he represents the human body with the head. He is represented with a human body and the head of a ram. He is the divine maker of pots. He gives life to creations by modeling them on the lathe with clay. You coming, Astra? I know, I have a lot of things over here. Come here. Come on. Come on. Hey. There you go. Good girl. Yes, good girl. You gonna say hello? You saying hello? Who am I talking to, huh? You're adorable. Okay. Yes, you're adorable. So Khnum is male fertility, procreative potency, fire, the inherent symbol of the ram, breathing new life into things. He is the health giver. Positive beginnings, or the birth of something powerful and inspiring in your life. Creation, production of new things. So the pot maker is very important. So we have creator of new things. We have the peacock, which is inner beauty, compassion, assimilator of anything, adapting or digesting all experiences in life. So we have the pot maker, also another male card, energy, assimilator of all things, bringing all things together. And then we have the feather, which is the cleansing of space, creating sacred space. So one of the things that really came forward for me is this is a pull for a man, and masculine energy, and the sacredness of both male and female together. There's a book that I read many years ago by Storm Constantine called Wraithu, and I recommend it to pretty much everybody because it's a deep dive into what does the balance of masculine and feminine look like. And it's a deep dive, very fiction, very fantasy fiction, very cognitively dissonant if you're not used to that subject matter. But one of the things that one of the characters in this book struggles with constantly is this: what is sacred? What is really sacred and true with all the changes in that the premise of this book starts with. And there has a tendency to be, especially in our patriarchal world, where women especially, and I know I get this way, we get kind of resentful towards men when there is this assumed hierarchy. And I've read quite a bit of work by pagan and Wiccan priestesses who are very Dianic or very women-centered in their spirituality, and it can very easily go into this place of castigation and resentment and hatred and dislike, right? And the piece that I have always been at war with is that we need to honor the sacred masculine in all of us. Think of it this way. This is the premise that I have. Women are superhumanly powerful in so many ways. And women have, for the most part, the ability to grow a whole nother human meat suit in our own bodies. We have the ability to grow a whole nother meat suit that a new entity is going to inhabit, or an old entity. An entity is going to inhabit, right? So we have the ability to carry masculine and feminine energy and dual carrying energy, twin spirits. We can carry twins. We can carry multiples of twins. We have the ability to carry and grow life from our own bodies. That's sacred. That's beautiful. I don't know where these religions get that that's not a beautiful thing. That's beautiful. So, because we have the ability to do that, we have the ability to carry masculine energy. We have to be able to carry that. Because in carrying that, we then give forth our own tissue and bone and cellular things. So when we grow a new meat suit, when we grow one in our womb, I wish there was more studies on this, but the little bit of research that I found is that they know scientifically that it's not healthy for a woman to carry a baby under 2 years of the first child, because your body, especially if you weren't, if you didn't have all the right nutrients to grow that new human meat suit, because our bodies know how to do it correctly. Our bodies have an intrinsic understanding of how to grow that new thing. And to have that new thing born at the healthiest it can possibly be born, it's going to draw all the nutrients it needs from the mother. And in thus doing that, we have to carry masculine energy to be able to give and honor Knum and honor all of the beautiful parts of that manifestation of masculine. And it is sacred. And our bodies are the temple of sacredness to create that life. And yet, also, we cannot create life without the sperm to fertilize the egg. We don't create life in a vacuum. I'm going to throw all the Christian myths out the window, okay? We need sperm to fertilize the egg to create life. And what's the chance you're going to have a boy or a girl, right? Like, I'm sure that there is a lot of science. There's stuff that I could say with that, but we're going to say it's 50-50. We're just going to keep it simple here. And the 50-50 chance that you're going to have a boy or a girl, right? But are you going to love your little boy less than you love your girl because you're not masculine? No. A mother's love should be unconditional, right? Your body doesn't care whether you have a boy or a girl. It's going to create life, okay? And this is where my premise of challenge is. My premise of challenge is that women, the idea that men are stronger than women is very literal in many ways, right? Like, my partner can go and lift 350 pounds or whatever, right? Like, he's stronger than me. I would break in half if I tried. Well, I wouldn't be able to do anything lifting 300 pounds. But this is another analogy, right? I've done a lot of moving in my life, and I've done a lot of moving by myself, moving heavy furniture, moving things that my physiological being is very, I can't just lift the couch. So I have to navigate. I have to think through it. I have to go, what tools do I have? Do I have a dolly? Can I take the legs off? Can I put a sheet down? Can I scooch it, right? Can I get it moved without using brute force? Yes, I can. I can move the cabinets and the bed frame and the couch and all the things that in most people's idea of moving, you have to have a man to lift and carry those things and move them. Yes, it's so much easier when I have friends, guy friends that help me move from one place to the other. That totally makes things easier, but I could do it by myself. It just takes me longer and I have to think through it. So there's this idea that because men are physiologically stronger, they are stronger. In reality, that is not necessarily the case. Many men that I have encountered in my life, my own father included, are emotionally and psychologically not as resilient in some ways. And this is not a bad thing. That lack of resilience means that they need women, hopefully strong. Astra, get down. Get down. Get down. Just trying to get up on the counter. In theory, they need a partner, either another man or another woman, like whatever your sexuality is. They need a balancer. Everybody needs a balancer. I need a balancer. Men need balancers, but masculine energy is beautiful and it's caring, it's nurturing, it's life creating, it's sacred, just like women's energy is life creating and sacred. And we do not honor the intrinsic qualities of each at all in our Western society. We put facades and illusions on top. My own father is probably one of the most creative people I've ever met. Talk about somebody who's just amazingly detailed. I mean, really, really, really detailed in his art, in his creativity. And such a gentle, beautiful soul that I've never met an animal that didn't like my dad. But because his physique is a big burly man, the image is that he's strong. Well, he is. He's physically strong. But on the inside, he's a big squishy teddy bear. He's just gentle and kind and not at all the same as the outward appearance. The physiological, cultural overlay that damages young men, damages young boys. We do it in our families, and it's so toxic and so not healthy. I am watching my own son, who was nurtured in a totally different way the first 6-7 years of his life. And now that he's in his mid-20s and he has his own son, he is starting to have to emotionally and mentally navigate the emergence of that nurture dissonance that he experienced between his earliest life, the middle of his life, and now that he has his own son. What is that going to look like? And that's what these cards represents. They represent the sacredness of each of us, masculine and feminine, but this is definitely questions for the masculine. These cards are very much bringing forward, how do we as women support the soft, squishy teddy bear inside every man and pull that creativity and pull that nurturing forward without honoring less of that strength, because that soft, squishy teddy bear is still strong, just strong in a different way. They have a different kind of strength. Women have this strength I do not know how to explain, but I know that it is not the same as what the idea of Amazonian women is. It's not a masculine undercurrent. It is its own thing. And we all have the duality within us, whether you are a different sexual orientation, whether you are a different gender orientation, whether you are a combination of all of them. This goes beyond all of that. This goes back to the nature of your energy, and how that manifests masculine versus feminine. But it is also universal. So a natural number 1 man and a natural number 1 woman are still going to have that undercurrent that's the same, that nature in the meat suit that's the same, but the strength of the energy and how it manifests is different. Natural number 2, man versus woman. Natural number 4, man versus woman. They are intrinsically, naturally the same, and yet there is a energy flavor that's a little bit different, man versus woman, or combo, right? Because you can be a combo. So I hope you all have a beautiful day. And those of you that are writing in your journal, you heard journal mentioned. Journal, journal, journal. I talk about it all the time. Journaling is so important. Have a beautiful day, my friends, and I will see you in prayer. Blessed be.